Hi, my name is Chris from Chris2 Designs, and today I'm here to tell you the story behind the Love project in my life. So sit tight, it's a longer video. Enjoy this process because I'll be talking and I'll let the music play sometimes. So watch until the end to listen all the story, and thank you so much for staying here with us. What is the Love Project, you ask me? This is a piece of art that started as most of my illustrations, sitting down with my iPad beside my wife, watching some YouTube and relaxing. I started drawing on my iPad May 2022, and funny enough, the actual start to this artwork was a fight with my wife. She's so much more than I can describe. Even with our differences and fights, I would still marry her if I could go back. This artwork started as a way to relieve my feelings by drawing. It took such a significant proportion. Most of my projects tend to be like stairs. You first start at the bottom with a rough idea, then go up a step and you start seeing things differently. Now you have more options. You can keep going or you can go down and restart. You need to consider many things to every step and to make sure that you feel happy, and with that, everyone around you is happy too. Since I was very young, I felt a massive disconnection from people. There was a moment when I couldn't identify with that other person or group. I always tried to fit among friends and different groups, and for the most part, I was able to join many ages and people's social group. Still, for the most part, I was more comfortable with older kids, and it was hard for me to deal with their friendship too. During every interaction with my friends, there was always a point where things went sour. At different moments of my life, I had issues reading people's emotions, causing many disagreements. I was a very active kid with loads of energy and anxiety to share. In reality, this type of energetic behavior made me struggle to be accepted, and I never understood. I was great at doing practical and creative work and coming up with different solutions. And at the same time, I could barely stop to do a school test or read a book. Following those in and outs on friends groups was something that with time added such a weight in my mind. I started feeling that no friends would ever come to me. That if it weren't for me going after, no one would ever come after me. Crazy enough, in parts, I felt like this even with my family. In reality, some of that was true. I was an annoying, straightforward kid that couldn't control himself. It is said that since I was a kid and still now with my 30s, I still struggle in my interactions. But now with different perspectives and people around me. With all my crazy childhood and the beginning of the internet era, I buried myself in front of the computer, which is so powerful. It was the first time I could be somewhere else other than my head. Still, this time with enough visual and tactile inputs to keep my mind and head and body busy, away from the reality that I kept feeling that my interactions with people eventually led to disappointment. During my 15th, graphic design was presented to me at a university fair. It was an excellent fit for me to move into it because it would give me time in front of the computer and the interaction with the art world that always fascinated me and that I always tried to practice. And during my entire life, feeling disconnected, someone embraced me like no other at some point. That someone is my wife. Who has always stayed with me from the beginning and early stages of our relationship, with an upcoming pregnancy and then moving to another country seeking a better life. And now, nearly a decade together, having moved from Brazil to Canada and seeing how things are so much different here. It is a great feeling seeing our kid grow and get much support as he needs. And being able to understand myself through my kid's life, now with the father's perspective. Not long ago, passing through my kid's diagnosis, when I turned 30, I learned that I'm also ADHD. And now 30 years later, I can understand why it was so hard for me to complete simple tasks. Now it makes sense that I had to listen to heavy metal to read a book. And things don't stop there. The Pandora box was open at this point, but no bad stuff came out of it. Being a part of this process from the father's perspective, trying to understand all the points of my kid's life, and remembering the same issues when I was a kid, everything leads me to say that I'm autistic, but that's up for the doctor to say in my next appointment. So from May 2022, when I started drawing this process, up to February 2023, when the Love Project launched, with this artwork passed by the final process of being printed on a canvas, connecting in the artwork my feelings in the love word and the blood with all the difficulties surrounding an atypical's life and those close to them. And living together here, we have the special doodle love force. There are 34 unique doodles packed with details representing just a bit of how different everyone is from every side of the world with their unique characteristics, and love is what connects us, is what they share. The only one able to make the change is you. Please, open your eyes to new things. Everything that we living today is the past for those that come after us. So don't expect them to do it the same way as you did, living a future that doesn't belong to your generation. Our actions from the present will shape the path so the next generation can build their future. The Love Project has taken many forms, and it's not just a single piece of art anymore. It has become a representation of all my experiences and how I see the world around me. It represents my love for my wife and my son, who has always been there for me, no matter what. It represents my journey to self-discovery and the journey of learning to accept and love myself. The Love Project is not just an art piece, but it's a symbol of hope and resilience. It's a reminder that even though we may struggle at times, we always have the ability to grow and improve as long as we have love and support in our lives. And this is why I'm so passionate about sharing this project with the world. I hope I can inspire others to share their own stories. I hope I can inspire others to find their own way to self-discovery. And to remember that they are not alone in their struggles. Completing this almost year-long project, I want to announce a new creative arm to Christie Designs, which are the Christie Designs real-life products. So yes, in a way you can say that now we have merch, so you can buy and use in your real life. And in the same way Christie Design was born to bring connection and interaction between people, I hope you can share many experiences with those that you love most with these products. So please, if you can support me as a creator and artist, grab a t-shirt, a mug, or maybe one of our stickers. And now let's see the final results and how I wish I could have done it with the frame. So I wish I could have added a 3D printed frame here with the octopus showing, but sadly I tried to reach out to a couple companies, see if they would be able to sponsor the project. Right now I don't have a 3D printer, so they decided not to join in. Maybe next time I can finish this project with a 3D printed artwork like this one, a 3D printed frame. So maybe if you guys like it, give us a like, give us a subscribe and a share. Thank you so much. This is the final result with the LEDs together and everything at once. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and being a part of this process, this story. And a special thank you to our patrons for supporting me. And if you would like to get early access and exclusive content from Chris 2 Designs, please check the link in the description, our patrons there. So thank you very much. I see you next time. Bye bye.